The veneers are shaking. The crime stories are shaking. The cargo is shaking. Los Angeles is shaking. The presidential election is shaking. I don't know who's shaking, Lil Yachty or Caribou. Okay, y'all. Okay. Now we're on live. What up, though? We on live, y'all. We on live and we got a lot of news. We're on live, but we're on live on TikTok. We're on live on IG. We're on live on Twitch. We're on live down to your mammy crib. We on live in general. And we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. Gather on in here. We got a lot of news. We got a lot of tea. Hold on. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. Okay. Ooh, it's dead. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. And first of all, we're going to start off with there is something on TikTok called Don't Date Him Atlanta. What is going on? Now I talked to my best friend Crystal Page that's from Detroit. She said they tried to do this in Detroit. It was called Don't Date Him Detroit. And she said it was high profile dudes on there. Hold on, y'all know I'm not used to this hair yet. She said it was high profile dudes on there. There was dudes that was like community leaders that would be putting their hands on their women, and everybody's getting exposed, okay? Everybody's getting exposed. So if you're on first of all, everybody, do not walk, run, and follow me on Twitch, okay? I need y'all to follow me on Twitch because Twitch, you'll be able to see what I got going on. You'll be able to see it live. Follow me on YouTube. Now, for those who are on Twitch and YouTube, we're going to be pulling up the channels, okay? We're going to be pulling up on the screens this Don't Date Him stuff so y'all can see. We about to see this together. So it's called True Crimes ATL. It's a page and it's spilling tea. And a man has already responded. He's already responded to being on there. So let's look through it. We got this guy right here. He was just posted a few hours ago. He's out here. Off me. It says he's chatting up all these women, claiming he's living the high life and a skyrise, but really he's taking you to his little trap house in Stone Mountain. And don't get me started on him talking to trans women, but posting so player on IG. He'll hit you with that line about not having physical relations in 4 months. Like, really? When you're at his spot, he might try to pressure you into some things you're not feeling, acting all clean and stuff. But we know that's cap. For someone who hasn't had relationship 4 months, it doesn't take he doesn't take no for an answer. Okay. It says in his Instagram, child, he's flexing money in a fake apartment like it's the real deal. Oh, and guess what? He'll expect you to pay on the first date. It's giving not impressed for me. So it's going down. And when I say it's going down, basement in here, okay, there's all types of guys in here. Let's continue to look. So we got the Oakland Cemetery. And the thing about this Don't Date Me ATL page, go to it, says True Crimes ATL is the name, but it's called Don't Date Him Atlanta. It doesn't just have black guys on there. It doesn't. I'm looking right now at like what looks like a Latino man. Looks like a Mexican man or something, but I don't want to shame or put him in a box or nothing. It's IG. No, it's on TikTok, KDM. It's on TikTok. And it's exposing everybody. I saw a girl's page and she first said, like, I'm on this page, Don't Date Him Atlanta. I'm not going to date till I leave Atlanta. I said, what's Don't Date Him Atlanta? So I went to go look and it's the fool. It's the fool. So it says, attention, everyone. Look who we have here. Meet Rogerio Vendidad from Chambly, GA. So they got names on here. I told you, it ain't just black men on here, because I'm sure that's what they was giving in Detroit, like just black guys. This is giving anybody that you don't want you to date. He's trying to make a name for himself in the music scene, but here's the little heads up you need to know. Rumor has it he's been luring women to parks, Oakland Cemetery, and behind closed stores for some not so great reasons. With over 100 reported incidents of SA, it seems he thinks he's starring in a bad reality show. Definitely not the type of drama we want. And if that's not enough, this guy's also been known to help women lighten their load with a charming personality, right? He hangs around Georgia State and the underground ATL scene, so keep your eyes peeled. Ladies, don't let him take you to a cemetery ever, and he's a Libra. So y'all, it's going down, and we're gonna read like maybe two more of these, and then we're gonna be off. But it's crazy. What y'all saying on here? Became the number 14th member. Oh, thank you guys. Somebody said I'm from Detroit. You was being so messy on Cash Dog and the heels comment. I screamed. Y'all want to talk about Cash Dog? Let's talk about Cash Dog in a minute because I really know her like actual tea. I think I talked about it on here, but that video is going kind of viral. Let's continue to look at this. Don't date him ATL. And we got one. Let's look at a black guy since he kind of handsome. It says McKyrie Barnes, the Ohio guy making waves in Atlanta. And see on this page, they got his paperwork. They got blogs that have showed up for him doing stuff. If you ask him about his health, they got his IG, it says Mac Bands, Lord Jesus. If you ask him about his health info, prepare for a serious runaround. And ladies, if you're thinking about getting close, just remember his rap career is non-existent. Just like his trips to the doctor. Stay safe out here. He's a Taurus. So, girl, let me read the comments. They're saying create a backup page. What about New York? Okay. I don't see anybody saying like, oh, I know him. That's what I was looking for. Like, oh, I know Mike Curry. He got my cousin Sherry back in the day. Like, that's what I was expecting to see. And then we're gonna read this last one. Sorry, I keep touching this hair, y'all. I gotta get used to it. To me, I don't live. I'm a bundles girl, and this has just been really hard for the boy. I just got done looking at that. I said, whole page needs to be public. It ain't public. It ain't public because, baby, it's looking public. I mean, it's giving very much that. So let's read demanding dollars. One user shared a shocking story about a first date with Michael Marks that turned into a nightmare over a $20 bill. After 2 weeks of chatting, she went out with him. They hugged goodbye, and suddenly he tried to put his hands down her pants. She pulled away and didn't go to his house when he asked. The next morning, and they got messages. The next morning, she confronted him, thinking he'd apologize. Instead, he got aggressive and told her to get over it, and he demanded $20 for part of her bill, threatening to show up at her place if she didn't pay. He claimed to know her address and even her middle name, which she never shared. For hours, he harassed her with little threats and sent Zelle requests. She has the full text thread. Ladies, beware, this guy is trouble. So it's tea on these pages. It's a scary sight. Y'all see it? Y'all see it's a scary sight. Double life, chaotic con man, stealth mode. We're going to read this last one. This is a minor. Baby child. Not a minor. And this looks like an older man. He's definitely seen the 80s. It says, he definitely grown because Rory Weems Jr., that's a grown man. Roy Weems Jr., it says it's a no-go in Atlanta. Listen up, everyone. I have to put you on high alert about Roy Weems Jr. Honey, his daddy was a sharecropper, okay? Roy Weems Jr., he's the 5th junior of the Weems family, okay? So he said, here's the scoop. Unsafe choices. He's known for getting cozy with multiple women without a care in the world for health checkups. Yikes. Relationship drama. While he's got a girlfriend in the military, he seems to think it's all good to have fun while she's away. Not cool. Abusive behavior. There's some serious allegations about him being emotionally and physically abusive. It's a big red flag, people. Sketchy interactions. He's been spotted with young girls, and his comments about their mindsets are concerning. And it says, allegedly. I'm sharing this because I want all of us to stay safe and avoid drama from this Sagittarius. Which I love Sagittarius, man. As a Leo, I know how to run them like a car. Hey, Sunshine, huge fan. Thank you so much. Come back, Queen 1970. Okay, so it's going down on there. There's so much going on in the news right now. You already know we got to explore some things. you guys, but we got to talk about Uncle Shay Shay for a minute, y'all. Uncle Shay Shay. So I talked about this on my channel. I talked about Shannon Sharp and what I truly felt about the situation and how this is a different level of messing around. See, what he's doing something called race play. And now when I was talking about it, I was calling it slave play, but it's really race play. They said it's called race play. And race play, I'm finding out, is something that's very, very more prevalent amongst Black men. Now, there's somebody on TikTok did a video, and he said that these men are really the technical bed wenches. I said, what do you mean by that? And he was basically saying that these men, they love the dominance of that slave play stuff, and Shannon Sharp is doing it in reverse. He's the massa. He's the one, right? And the way he was talking to her was a dom sub relationship. Can I give y'all my tea? Can I say a secret? Can I say a secret? I kind of live for a dom sub thing, and I'm definitely the sub. Definitely the sub. I think that people in relationships, no. I think that people in high power, I'm a high powered woman, I have a high powered job. You know what I mean? So with that, I definitely feel like, like I'm the one that, I like that kind of vibe out of a person. I like to feel like they're the dominant over me and that whole sitch. And so getting into that kind of stuff is easy for somebody that I'm the boss at my job. I don't want to be the boss. There we go. There's the cam. Yes, there's the cam. Okay, I'm the boss at my job, right? So I don't want to be the boss in the bedroom. I'm not the bedroom boss. That's not me. That's never been me. I'm not interested in that kind of vibe with like that at all. So I really do prefer a situation where the person is like over me, the dominant over me. I really kind of enjoy that kind of sitch. And we listen and we don't judge, right? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm a lady with needs. Okay. Period. And I'm into that. When I was watching Beauty in Black and he was kind of talking to that lady crazy, can't say I didn't live. I was like, I'd have been into that. All that, even if it's cussing involved. Said, nah, that's T. Yeah, Silane, I'm kind of in. But I think the same goes for these men in the industry. I think that they are like so powerful in their jobs. Shannon Sharp is like a big Black man. He's powerful in so many ways in his life. And so I could definitely see him wanting to be the submissive in that type of relationship. Can't you see that? That would be like Avi to me, that he would be like into that, because it just goes like he's dominant everywhere else. He runs his own show, but also like he's not dominant in situations on the football field where you got to do what they say. Hold on. I'm going to turn this other live on. Y'all, we're getting this live situation together. We're really learning. We're really learning together. Put my mic on. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with what grease. Okay. So it's just I'm logging into Twitch on my iPad. So I want to talk about that. So what do y'all think about dom sub relationships? Y'all let me know down in the comment what y'all feel about that. Are you turned off by it? Is it weird to you? Are you scared of it? Is it something that makes you feel awkward? Because I'm totally in. But here's what I said on my video when I talked about Shannon Sharp and where he messed up. He should have had her contractually bound. She should have never been able to go to the press about their relationship. She should have never been able to go to the courts about their relationship. It should have gave from day one, sign here, sign here, sign here. And the moment Tony Busby tried to hit your line, he wouldn't have been able to hit your line, because it would have been like, I had whatever her name is sign on the dotted line. Okay? She should have had to sign on the daggone dotted line. Because I feel like, Shannon, you have too much to lose for you to be messing around and not getting this girl to sign nothing if you wanted that. Now, like I said, somebody said I don't like the race thing. Now, people are calling it race play because it's a black guy and a white woman. But did they say anything race-wise? Did they say anything that alluded to race? Or was it just Dom Sub? You see what I'm saying? I think that it was just Dom Sub. Because even in the stuff they were talking about, it wasn't nothing like, you're a big black man. Oh, actually, he did make that comment. Remember he made that comment? And he was like, remember he made that comment? And he was like, something about a black man messing with a little white girl. Okay, again, we're live on here too. Okay, we just needed to get all of our lives together. Now we cooking with grease. So when he made them little comments like, oh, this big black man and this little white girl, that was kind of race play, but to me, that was still Dom Sub. Now, no, I guess it still is race play if it's like an Asian girl or something, right? Now, did y'all ever see the play Slave Play? Now, for those who are just now getting in, we're talking about, I'm going to untuck this. For those that are just getting here, we're talking about Shannon Sharpe and his OnlyFans girl that he just got caught with. And then we're going to talk a little bit about Cash Doll. Okay. So in that Dom Sub relationship thing, Shannon Sharpe should have had a contract. If he would have had a contract because, oh, thank you so much, Angela Renee, she wouldn't have been able to sue him. Now, let's talk about his $100 million. We talked about this on the last live. Do you guys still think he's going to be able to obtain his $100 million from that Valiant program, or do you think he's going to get dropped? So right now, everybody's talking about the fact that he's working with Disney. And they're like, Disney does not play them type of games. Disney is not going to allow you to mess up the brand and be messing with nobody. That's a teen, you know what I mean? You're in your 50s. Like, it's all a mess. So he's going to be kind of in trouble for that. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Cash Doll because you guys have been hitting me up about Cash Doll heavy. Now, I want to talk to y'all about Cash Doll and Dex Osama. So Cash Doll, we're excited for Cash Doll because usually, I'm not going to say she gets played by dudes, but it kind of be given, I heard that she was getting played by her ex-boyfriend that she used to go with. And she talks about how, look at this. I'm about to share my screen. Y'all can see this on YouTube. She talked about before how he used to play with her. Now, one of my best friends in Detroit, Crystal Page, I told y'all she gives me all the Detroit tea. And she said that he used to always make fun of her being a rapper. Dex Osama did before he passed away. She used to always make fun of her being a rapper. He never supported her. He was like, nobody's going to buy your stuff. Very abusive, very messy. Now, I'm not going to hold you, Dex Osama, respectfully, baby. Even though you passed away, you're not Nipsey. We didn't know you. All of Detroit knew him. And so, he got his name from that. But look right here.
Damn. Oh, I got to show that on paperwork. I need a paper. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking I cashed out. That don't mean nothing if you ain't got no credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Credit is way better than cashing out. So if you got the money, why not go put something in your name and pay on it every month instead of just paying it all off?
Okay, let's just see. She's talking about that.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
No.
She talked about how
I'm head over heels for you every day. But like you said, being able to like a person enough to kick it with them every day, to come up with a plan, to execute together, to, you know what I'm saying? Like, live life together and y'all genuinely like each other.
Yeah.
Because it's beyond love. It's like for me.
Yes.
Because you can love somebody and not fucking like them. So for me, when I'm looking in a relationship, because everybody want to know why or what's the reason, I like funny niggas. I like a motherfucker to be funny. Because I know even if I'm broke and you broke, we going to be laughing.
This was 6 months ago.
And it's going to bring my spirits up. You want a motherfucker that can change your mood. You know what I'm saying? For the better. Yeah. Or that can positively motivate you or stuff like that. Like, I feel like a lot of people now is dating people for money to get material things when they can get the shit they self if they didn't waste their time on dating another motherfucker for some money.
Now, I'm going to put a pause on that because Cash is talking about that or whatever. Let me show you Dex Osama.
All these niggas pussy ain't no friend to me. Clap a nigga till we lose all of his energy. Just make sure you make that happen. What you gonna do to me?
don't want them to flag me, so I'm gonna just let y'all see him. This was him. This was Dex Osama, and this is him, riding around back in the day, young hood dude. What's funny about that is he kind of looked like Tracy T a little bit. Tracy T got all like the island features. You know what I mean? Tracy T looked more like a relative of mine. But on here, you could definitely, now that ain't him. The one in the passenger seat was him. Let's hear his voice.
Man, this nigga Krissy Turtle.
No, that's about 40. This is light
That's
shit.
40. I can't tell you how much this bitch got 30s in there. I'm talking about drop heads. I'm talking about this bitch is so big. It's so fucking stupid.
I don't know if you can see the ice, but it's dancing. We fooling now.
Hey, this a little shooter.
Yeah.
King, what up?
I ain't
I'm here on the road with my road niggas.
Hey, what up?
But it was just the fool. It was a hot ghetto mess. But let me say this. Let me just hear her talking about him.
And so I had a boyfriend, and his name was Dex Osama. And he had a crush on me all this time. He always liked me. I just never paid him attention because he was a little younger than me. And I'm like, boy, no. And so we finally started dating, and he hated me dancing. He hated it. He used to actually pay me $1,500 to stay home every time. Like, stay home. I don't want you to go to work. And I used to just stay home because he didn't like it. So,
y'all know Cash Doll was a dancer, and on her first night, she made $30,000. Yeah, no, get up. Sorry, Dior. I got a little too comfortable. On the live.
One day we riding, and we about to go to the mall, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be a rapper. I'm like, I always wanted to be an entertainer, and he was like, you can do it. You look good. Everybody already love you. You got a nice body, and you got a chain.
I heard he was like, "You're gonna fail."
So I was like,
he did a video.
I can, right? Because I never talked to nobody about it because I thought that it was impossible. I never thought that I would be Cash Doll, like the rap.
I'm gonna put a pause on it. My best friend told me the tea. She said that he did a video and it was everywhere in Detroit of him literally taking her tape and throwing it out the window, saying, "Get this stuff out of my car, it's trash." So for him to, maybe at first he was saying he supported, but later on they're saying support is not what it was given. Let's continue.
I never thought that. So we went to the studio that night. We got inside the studio. And we was getting into it the whole time because I hate when people tell me what to do. I noticed that. I don't like when people, like when I'm being in creative mode, I hate when people tell me what to do. Let me do what I'm going to do first and then come behind me and tell me, like kind of critique and help me out. But like while I'm in that process, it throws me off. So we got into it the whole time. But by the time it was done, we were happy. We got in the car, we were listening to it, and he like, look, listen to how you sound. Your voice on top of this is amazing. He like, I knew it was always something with you because when you be in the shower singing, you sound good. I knew it was something. You special. You can do this. And I'm like, really? I can, huh? So we just listening to it. We ride and we like, yeah. So he put it on his Instagram. I put it on my Instagram. Then somebody called me like they want to do a feature. And then I'm like, oh, shit. So me and him looking at each other, we like, all right, so what we gonna do? He like, tell him you want $2,500. So I'm like, I want $2,500. They was like, okay. I was like, they said, okay. He said, shut the fuck up. So we look, we excited. We like, he like, all right, now say this. So I'm saying it. I'm saying whatever he want me to say. So then they're like, okay, cool. Well, then I'll meet up with your boyfriend and give you the money. So my boyfriend went to go get the money. And I'm like, hell yeah. So he like, all right. We're going to do it. So we go to the studio. We get into it the whole time we're in the studio. But we get it done. I send it back to them. They love it. Right? So now they want a video. So I'm like, they want a video. He like, tell them $1,500. So I'm like, $1,500. They're like, okay.
Talking about her and Dex.
Hell yeah. So we go get the money. So we go give me something to wear. I do the music video. We put the music video out.
These the ones we know about.
Then boom. I gotta open up with them at Chief Keef concert.
On YouTube, so you can see the video.
I'm like, oh shit, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So he goes out in front of the whole crowd, and shit. After that, the rest is history. I just didn't stop. I did a song.
Okay, shout out to Cash for that. So you can definitely tell she manifested this, and I definitely feel like he's like looking over her in these situations. But that was her dude, and like I told y'all. The tea that I heard was that he threw them tapes out the window. So that shows me that sometimes Cash dates these rappers that she ends up being bigger than. Mhm. Maybe her name started buzzing. Maybe she started getting bigger. He got jealous. They got into it because of that, because they broke up before he passed away. He was kind of her man when he passed away, but they had broke up before he passed away. So it's given very much your boyfriend was hating on you. You were getting bigger. You were blowing up more. He's a rapper too. I feel like I've heard that name before. Yes, Mimi Dex Osama. He's kind of legendary, but he's local famous rapper. But if he was still alive, I definitely think he would have gave the girls what it's supposed to be giving. Because look at all these Detroit rappers that are so hot now. The Ice Wear Vezos, the Babyface Rays, and they all eat together. So I definitely know. Put that mic in. Put this mic in. I definitely know. Sorry, I definitely know that she would have been eating too. Sorry, hold on, y'all. Hold on. The allergies from the season. Oh, sorry, y'all. Seasonal allergies. Y'all was outside. Oh my God, these seasonal allergies are actually unaliving me. But anyway, let's continue to talk about it. Yes, Jealous Men keeps 49 on YouTube is saying, yeah, she endures jealous men. But I think that she's getting with these rappers and feeling like, oh, we've got something in common. We got something to talk about. Is giving very much make love in the studio. And they're ending up being her biggest haters because get a neti pot. I need a Claritin pill. When I lived in California, I actually was able to stop taking my allergy medicine every day. And now that I've been back in Ohio for a minute, my nose is back itchy. So I got to go back to, sorry. Don't talk them allergies up. I'm not ready. Sorry about that, my nose. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I think that the reason why Zadarius and Cash Doll, let's go to them for a second. Zadarius and Cash Doll, I feel like the reason why they're working out is because he's not a rapper. He's not a rapper. So now there's no competition. Yes, December Cold 34 on TikTok said, same thing. Cardi going through. Offset is jealous of her. Yes. Yes. I don't think none of the rap girls need to date rap guys unless you're Lotto and 21 Savage, and he's a married man. So that's a whole different type of tantalizing, love story. But other than that, the rappers don't need to date the other rapper girls because, and that's why I'm like, Glorilla was, she's smart for talking about where's Duke Dennis, not where's none of these rap dudes. Now, you even see Ice Spice. Ice Spice right now is dating Sauce. I want to call him Sauce Walker. Is his name Sauce Walker? The football player. Thank you, Centurion. The football player. She's dating him. Now look at this on stream. If you're on my Twitch and Facebook stream, look at this. Look at this. Y'all ready to gag? So beautiful. When you go on Zadarius' stream, he's posting her. Look at him. I know she's so happy. She's like, give me the Giuseppe's, the big ones. Okay. No more flats. No more sneakers. Okay. It's everything. Look at him. He's posting her. The thing that I love about this vacation is I know he paid for it. I know he paid for it. Right now, Zadarius, I think I don't know how do you shop teams. Do you get picked up by a team? Do you have offers for new NFL teams? But he's no longer with the Lions. So I feel like, hey, that means he went to that almost all the way Super Bowl with them. So he's got a pretty penny. It's given whatever their new contracts was to almost go to the Super Bowl, gave a 30, 40 mil sitch. And he's like, babe, I got it to put us on jet skis on Thursday afternoon. What up, though? We're going to live our life on vacation. I done found my woman, and she's famous as me. And when I met her, we were genuinely able to get to know each other's personalities. Like, it's really a love story for the ages. And I saw that they have kids that are both like around the same age. Now, people were saying he has an older son. I love that because that's who's gonna be watching all the kids when they go on vacation. I would be like, son, here's $10,000. Watch these babies while me and your daddy go to Cabo. Now back in the day, remember you used to have to watch your little siblings for free. Now they got 10 racks for it. He got it. Hold on, y'all. My nose, y'all. Unaliving me on the live. What does your shirt mean? It's Matisse. Matisse is an artist. It's a portrait called La Danse. So thank you so much for those who are asking. But yes, Ladarius. Now, Storm Monroe talked about this. He said something very poignant about Ladarius, a sentiment I want to copy because it's very important to understand. I get on everybody else about the colorism. I get on Kiki. I get on Sky Jackson. I get on the girls. Y'all pick these little yellow skinned men that ain't no good with a lot less money than y'all because y'all wanted y'all kids to end up to look a certain way. But I don't give that same smoke to Cash Doll. I don't give it to her. Thank you for the flower crown. That's so pretty. And I should give her all the smoke I give Sky Jackson and Kiki Palmer, okay? Because this is the thing that I wanted to say that Storm Monroe said. Shout out to Storm Monroe on YouTube. Storm said, this is really her type. This is really her type. A strong African man. Black. Look at that. Look at that. That's a man. And I feel like he just takes it and swings it behind his head. Like he got a Superman chain on in Africa. I don't know. If I was Cash, I would just kind of be like, I know I just had a baby, but let's do everything that gets us close to it. Because this right here, look at that. I love when a black man wears like tailored African, when he just looks like, what's that one famous like football player that be going to the games and all the African garb? He be having on a staff and stuff like that, like a staff. Yummy. Delicioso. Okay, that's what I'd be on there thinking like, that's a man to me. I like a man that looks like a man, honey. And I want to be dainty and I want to look like a woman, you know, in every sense of the word. But this right here, I would be like, good morning, scratching beards. You just had somebody said, D-Man said, did you just had a baby? No, I don't have any kids. I would never have a child until I got married. Sorry, respect to the law. Like, okay. But anyway, so yeah, we're loving Ladarius. We're loving Cash. Oh, Travis Hunter. We got some Travis Hunter tea. Look at this. Hot from the press of the shade room. And y'all be nice to that girl. Looks like she gifted him something. I know whatever my girl got him, she bought it with his money. I still stand. What? What's the issue? He got a gift, didn't he? Let's see. Let's listen to this audio.
The shine guard coming, he just taking his time.
Broken, everybody.
Oh, it ain't no audio?
Shit that make a go and spend one
well, it says
like
Travis
the
Hunter's
loud
fiance,
be the sickest in the city. This the dream that
Rolex ahead of his NFL draft. And people said this must be a down payment. They said securing her position with his money, a Rolex paid for from the allowance he give her with his money is diabolical. With his money is crazy. So it was what I thought. I ain't mad at it. Let me tell you something. Ladies. Because in these past couple of years, I've went back to only being with rich men. I tried to hold somebody down and be with a man on the come up. Didn't work. So I'm going back to rich men. Period. Like it's, and I say that in a way of like the man that I would want to deal with could only be rich to mess with me and deal with me because I'm rich. Hello, I'm looking at you.
Shit that make a nigga go and spend one like the loud be the sickest in the city.
So,
It's the dream
in that situation, the girls that are like moving like that with the men money, how they move is, they go in there and they go in the store with a man's money and buy him a drink. That's what they usually do. Okay. No, I'm not going to act high and mighty. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I'm definitely a lover girl. I'm looking for real love. I want my millions and your millions to come together and we make our own generational wealth. And that's what I truly like want and like need out of life. Very much Cash Dawn Zadarius. Cash Dawn Zadarius is actually my goals. She is not in his lane at all. She doesn't work in any field that he works in, and she totally is able to pay for herself.
All we ever wanted was the shine guard coming, he just taking his time.
Able to come in and do the things paid for her. Even though the table
like the loud and get jiggy, be the sickest in the city.
It's the dream that
surprise him any day with any gift that he could give her. That's my dream. Well, we're both super rich. You're a little richer than me because when a man, y'all know how I feel, and that's why I'm not saying nothing to Travis Hunter's girlfriend. Y'all know how I feel. When a man is not richer than you, My theory is always when a man is not richer than you, he will punish you for having more money than him. And I don't have that type of time. I don't have that type of emotional time, emotional bandwidth for you to be in there Kevin Huntering me. Okay. Don't go in there and be trying to be mad at me because I just did $100 million movie. You need to have $1 billion company. And then you won't be mean to me. You're gonna be like, oh babe, put your little 10 million away. You're a little scraps. You're so cute. You done got a little, you done bought us a little house, a little giddy white house. Babe, you're so sweet. That's the type of vibe you really want. Look at Keke Palmer, her ex-man. Yeah. He was talking crazy because she was able to go down to the Usher show and put the camera on her. And she, sister, what Keke Palmer had on was barely a deep baddie outfit. It was a little sheer, but at the time, everybody was doing a little sheer. To me, it wasn't even that bad. But because he's not the breadwinner, because he's not a Ryan Coogler, somebody that's, or even a, Keke Palmer didn't even go get like a yellow skin. If you're going to be colorist, she didn't even go get like a yellow skin like baseball player. Somebody with a couple million to be like, I'm Puerto Rican, just like he is. The Leonidas going to look the same. You know what I mean? Wagglefoot said, dang, I knew you were from, but I didn't know the body was Steve. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm missing the gym right now. The girl was supposed to be in the gym. I'm missing the gym right now because this hair sweats out and I needed to go on live and talk to my people. But I'm telling you right now, y'all, I ain't mad at this little girl. If she's smart, she's pregnant right now. That big t-shirt indicates she needs to be pregnant as we speak. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. And if they've been together that long, I ain't mad at none of it. I ain't mad at none of it. Ooh, Carly Red. Let's talk about Carly Red, y'all. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Carly Red's mugshot. Oh my Lord. Oh, I just took the screen share off. Let me put the screen share right back on YouTube and Twitch. Y'all, look at this. Look at Carly Red. You guys, let's read in real time whatever Carly Red was like, whatever she was going through. She got arrested for like fighting one of her men. Okay. And I'm like, what is going on there? So let's read. So let's read the Shade Room headline, and then we're going to go straight to the actual a news story and read it. So it says, Carly Red's mugshot from her recent arrest has been released, roomies. As previously reported, Carly was charged with burglary in the first degree in order to have no contact with her ex-husband. So one thing about Carly Red, and that's very interesting to me, is she gets engaged a lot. She's just like that girl Sierra with the lips that had that show with Nene. Sierra, she's just like Sierra Glam Shop and what's the other lady's name from New Orleans? Super Scent. I don't never know which husband Super Scent is on. Super Scent will get on there and be fully engaged, taking wedding pictures with a whole new man we ain't never seen before. And I was like, where? I thought we were still with Lou. What is going on? Yes, burglary and goes to jail. Let's go ahead and read it. 11alive.com, which is a main 11 Alive. That is Atlanta's news channel, so they know what they're talking about. Let's see this here. Let's see if they'll play it. It's an ad, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it to y'all. The reality TV personality Carly Red, whose legal name is Carly Lewis, was arrested this week. Let's see right here. Was arrested. Let's click this out. Was arrested this week and facing felony burglary charges in DeKalb County. And that's not something you want to do with DeKalb. That's something you want to pull in Fulton. Because Fulton is black like this, they're gonna let you out. DeKalb can be questionable, okay? According to the court documents, Lewis is known for her longtime role on VH1's Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta was charged with burglary in the first degree. Wow, the first degree. The first degree sometimes means when you get burglary like that, the item was over like a certain like $10,000. Over $1,000, like third over. And it says that so she probably did something over $1,000, which could be one item. Say you take a MacBook, that could be first degree. And it could be equivalent to a car. Wait, who? I missed the name. Carly Red. Wait, who are y'all getting into? Carly Red. This is the story about Carly Red, because Carly Red, they just released her mugshot. Now, I told y'all, those who are on TikTok, if you want to see what I'm talking about in real time, we're on here showing the video on YouTube of what ended up happening. So let's see here. No, what's going on? Let me refresh this. because I want them to tell her crime story. They went to a whole nother other. Documents state that the incident happened between January 13th and 15th at a residential property. Prosecutors allege that Lewis entered the home through the rear master bedroom doors. Oh, entered the home through the rear master bedroom door and took items, including a birth certificate. Okay, so let's get this loud. Let's get this loud for y'all. You guys hear this on TikTok?
And according to court documents, she was charged with burglary in the first degree. She was accused of entering a private home without permission and taking several personal items. Well, in a statement, Mr. Sadow said in part, as everyone knows, Carly and her husband are in the midst of a divorce proceeding, and her husband has previously been charged in Fulton County with family violence battery against her. I am very confident Carly's case will be resolved favorably.
So what they just said, if you didn't hear what they just said, the husband had been ripping my mic back in for YouTube. Looks like the husband she picked this time wasn't a good one. Now, I remember her being engaged to that man named Mo with the hats. The man named Mo. Krissy, what camera are you using? This is the clearest live I've been on. I'm on my iPhone on live on TikTok, and I'm on YouTube. On YouTube, I'm on the different live. I'm on like a Logitech camera. But anyway, no, let's go back to it. Let's go back to the T. So they just said on there that that husband had been arrested before for putting his hands on her. Now, I remember she was engaged to that man, Mo, with the red hats, Mo from Memphis or Mo from something. And remember, he got arrested. Mo from Minnesota. His name was Mo from somewhere, okay? And he got arrested for COVID. He got arrested for COVID fraud, PPP fraud, because he went in there and got like millions out. Shout out to Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky. Remember Baby Blue from Pretty Ricky? He did like $20 million in PPP fraud, got arrested, did 2 years and got out. I said, baby. The way that I would have did them, that's like one of them questions online. Would you do 2 years in prison for $20 million? Yes. I'll be like, well, I'm going to focus on growing my natural hair, and I'm going to be in the gym like crazy. Y'all, when I say I would come out after that, be it fit, it would be giving body on body. It would have been like, I would have been like, I'm back, y'all. I'm 20 million up. We doing this from the palace. Okay. It's like, I should have did 20 mil. Y'all, I should have did 150K. Because remember, they forgave up to $150,000. And I actually got that PPP loan and invested in this business. A real business. I could have got forgiven $100,000. Why did I go so low? Okay, so somebody in the comments, K Bernie 613 says she was married for like a year to Tello. He has to pay like $18,000 per month for spousal support. Who's Tello? No, we're going to Google that in a minute after we read what happened with this new husband to where she had to get arrested. So it says that Lewis, which is Carly, entered the home through a rear master bedroom door and took items including a birth certificate, a watch, and a card belonging to the resident. So she took his stuff. A video cited in the affidavit reportedly shows Lewis in the garage looking through a window and entering the property. While police have not released the name of the person listed as the victim, Lewis' attorney confirmed it was her estranged husband, Talu Belton. Okay, so whoever that Tello is whoever y'all talking about. Telu. It's Telu, and it's spelled Teleau. And the people in here saying tell us Telu. Maybe he's a Frenchman. Could be could be Asian. Who knows? Lewis is being represented by Steve Siddell, who also served as legal counsel in President Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case. So Carly went and got a good lawyer. She ain't playing. According to Siddell, Lewis turned herself in on April 23rd and was released shortly on a consent bond. No court date is currently listed on the public docket. The warrant taken out on April 4th alleges that Carly's husband claimed the victim. As everyone knows, Carly and her husband are in the midst of a divorce proceeding, and her husband has been previously charged in Fulton County with family violence, battery against her. I'm very confident that Carly's case would be resolved favorably, Sado said. Wow. So, Carly, who is this man that got the beating on you? Let's get into him. Telu, because that's a name. I'm going to be able to find him. I'm going to be able to find him real well. Oh, stream. Let me take you to this man. Let's look into Carly Red's husband. Telu Belton is the CEO and executive producer of the Black-owned independent network Now That's TV and owns the 7 Firm label. He's known for creating and producing reality TV shows like The Mint, Pick a Side. Oh, she married the man that owns Now That's TV? Oh, y'all want some tea? I'm about to start spilling tea on my live. Oh, Now That's TV. Yeah. So I know his baby mama. Now, mind you, I don't know her like that, but I know about her, and I'm the tea lady, so I'm exposing it. Like, who gonna fight me? Now, she's a 6-footer, so she may try to fight me, but baby, I'm 5'9". I can rumble. I'm about to spill her tea. The Now That's TV man. Oh, because y'all gotta understand, I kick it with dancers in the city of Dayton, okay? In the city of Dayton, the city of Columbus, and the city of Cincinnati. I kick it with professional women in Detroit, and I kick it with professional women in Ohio. But I also done been around some dancers, and he got a dancer pregnant. And it's a top dancer in Ohio, and they just had a baby. Now, this young lady, shout out to her. She's a nice lady. She's always been nice to me every time I've seen her. And I know recently she had his baby because that's what the dancers was telling me. I'm going to say allegedly that's his baby mom. But y'all get into this. This the Now That TV lady baby mom, allegedly. Now this girl, she's from Ohio. She may not be from Ohio, but she danced here. And I remember some people that was in her close friends would always be talking about my girl was allegedly down there to the Smortion clinic. That my girl would be down there, down to the chop shop. And I ain't mad at it. The girl who's his baby mama, allegedly is T Hollywood. This stripper named T Hollywood is T__Hollywood on Instagram. She's a beautiful girl. When I met her in person, she's a really tall girl. That's a tall girl. And I remember when she had got pregnant again, and everybody was saying that her baby daddy was the man from Now That's TV. That he was the owner, and that's why she said she danced in that Blue Flame, period. That now she only dances at high profile stuff. She's a really good dancer, stallion, beautiful girl, internet known, but she did just have a baby. Look, I would only be, I don't want to get in trouble on here. But she was pregnant. She did have a baby, and they were saying that it's his.
To shine, my dog. All we ever wanted was to shine. God coming.
Carly Red got a Carly Red baby husband. Exactly. Carly Red's baby husband. I just got on. Shout out to Sin. Yeah, I just spilled some deep tea. I know your baby mama. I ain't mad about that though. When that girl T Hollywood got pregnant, and they said allegedly, because she could write my DMs and be like, that's not my baby dad. And I would have to come tell y'all, like, she said it wasn't hers, but allegedly that's what I heard in the streets, that was her baby dad. Well, I'm telling you right now, I thought that it was smart. I thought that it was genius because she already had kids. The girl's super fertile. I would be like, baby, I would have this last baby and wrap it up, because people watch Now That's TV like they watch Zeus. Now, y'all know that Pick a Side show. That's the one that Scrappy and Chaotic are on. And that's where Scrappy met that girl that he had that baby with them crazy teeth in her mouth. With them crazy teethuses. You know what I mean? So let me see. Okay, so this was the original husband. Okay, so this was the husband. She's already receiving spousal support from him, and he got her arrested. I never knew he married Carly Red. Now, if they were smart, if they were actually smart, they would have did a wedding special. Yes, they was all on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Who was Carly Red and this man? They was smart. They should have had a wedding special. For sure. Because I would have watched it. Now that, you want to talk about viral? That would have been a viral moment, and that's just on period. We would have all been trying to watch that. Yeah, it says 43 for 43 weeks ago. Now, what's interesting about Carly Red too is while my girl always be getting married, can I say something about her? I love Carly Red to death, and my cousin actually met her one time and said that she was really nice and her energy gave ma'am. Like very much like, ma'am, how are you? Like you kind of like didn't want to you said yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, when you were like speaking to her, right? And Keeps 49 on YouTube said, you're right about this and about Shannon Sharp. Bye for now. Bye, Keeps. Thank you so much, Keeps 49. I appreciate them. They on my YouTube helping me out. So yeah, it's been tea on there. Let me switch to this one. Let me switch to this picture. So, they got the close up on them, but they be telling me about Carly Red. Carly Red is Trinidadian. And as an island woman, I ain't throwing no shade. I'm telling all how I feel here, right? Well, they allegedly be saying that she be doing a little bit of black magic. Allegedly, my girl dips into the brujeria. She goes down to that Trinidad and goes ahead and gets her a little shake 'em up cat bone. And these men be marrying her. She be like, I want that one. And they be marrying her. She be engaged. And I you got to understand when you're doing a little shake 'em up cat bone, when you're doing a little hoodoo voodoo stitch, you got to be careful because sometimes those spells and stuff are so old, they're thousands and thousands of years old. Sometimes you need an extra piece of something to sweeten spells or to do, maybe you need a certain flour to make sure stuff ain't sour. You see what I'm saying? And so she might have actually finally got down the aisle this time, but then it was like it was a little bit cursed because the way she went about it, this was the beater abuser. Maybe it was better men that would have been better for her, but the one we actually walked down the aisle one was the trashiest one. So I'm like, ooh, child, things are gonna get a little easier. Ooh, child, things are gonna get brighter. Okay, things are gotta get brighter for Carly Red. Now let's search one more thing for we hop off this live. Before we hop off this live, ooh, we got Mona Leo. Oh, it looks like Boosie had his baby. Love that. Good for Boosie and Rachel. Oh, Laura Govan. Laura Govan's son. Oh my gosh, Elijah. And that's a very interesting way they spelled that, Elijah. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. This is so scary. So the little boy was driving his Tesla, and this is like the middle of the night, driving his Tesla Cybertruck. First of all, I don't trust no Cybertruck. No. I don't trust no Cybertruck. First of all, because somebody in my comments said something very poignant. They said that was a Benz, he would have been just fine. He'd have banged up the Benz and it wouldn't have been all this coma because the baby's in a coma. Now, if you know anything about Laura Govan and Gloria Govan, Gloria Govan is the one who used to be married to Matt Barnes, ended up leaving him for his coach. And Matt Barnes came over there and beat up the coach. Do you remember that? Whooped on him at the house in front of his kids. Well, the sister Laura Govan allegedly was always the one that they talked about was the reason why Shaq and Shawnee broke up. Okay? So I always thought that she was a very interesting character. She got caught allegedly. I'll pull it up. She got caught allegedly. Sorry, I need an allergy pill. She got caught allegedly sending like voicemails or something. And Shawnee and Shaq had been cheating on Shawnee for a long time. He had always been having indiscretions with her that we had to go back and figure out, right? And because remember, Superhead said that Shawnee would call the house and be like, where's Shaq? She got 11 kids over there. You got the side girl's house number. Like clearly he's paying for the phone bill. It's a mess. But then you also got Blueface's mama. Remember Blueface mom said Shaq was coming over. Oh, okay. Bernie 613 said Matt Barnes beat up his ex-teammate, not his coach. Thank you so much, K Bernie. I appreciate you. But what was I about to say? Blueface's mama, Carlissa. Carlissa said Blueface was a wee lad. Excuse me, y'all. And Blueface messed up the play for Carlissa because Shaq was coming over. Shaq was coming over in the middle of the night. She was gonna sneak him to the bedroom, do her thing. She was living in LA because he's a LA. She was living in LA to get her career off. And Carlissa is an Ohio girl. Black girls in Ohio, we have a different type of beauty. We are the prettiest full black girls in the world. Sorry, who's gonna scrap with us? Who's got a prettier, her mama, her daddy, both her grandparents black girl than Ohio? I'll wait. And if you say somebody else, she's from the Midwest, maybe it's something about our food. Maybe it's something about the farms or something. Maybe maybe it's the wind and the weather and the good air. But even the big city girls from the Midwest, they just don't compare to an Ohio black girl. And that's on Halle Berry. Sorry. Michigan in the Midwest, yes. But I'm not gonna lie, like Lotto was born in Columbus for a reason, and that's y'all's Georgia Peach. You see what I'm saying? So there's a reason why LeBron married Savannah James. He could have got a girlfriend. Oh, Rich Homie Chocolate said a DMV girl. That's a conversation. DMV girls, though, they be having a bit of a look to me where they look a little like Red Dot Indian. A real Punjabi up there. Like, it's a look that they got, like, that they look real Indian to me. Like, I'm like, was it a huge population of, like, Indians that lived in DC for a minute, or like Punjabi people, or maybe even Trinis that lived in that area? I don't know. Cash Doll is beautiful, but that's not okay. Putting Lotto against Cash Doll. Those are two different flavors. That's almost like saying, do I like birthday cake or do I like red velvet? They're both delicious and I will not choose. Okay, continue with the Laura Govan Shaq conversation. So Laura Govan and Shaq, it says their alleged affair, after the affair accusations. Yep, fired directly. Okay, Shaq affair. I'm gonna say affair. So allegedly with some voicemails, and that was Shawnee's final straw. That was Shawnee's final straw with him. She was done after that. She was like, look, oh. Shaq and Laura Govan emails Shawnee. And she spoke on it. That's what I'm saying. It was some kind of emails. It was some kind of voicemail. 2010 November, 97.59 The Box. Had it here. This is what I miss about back in the day. This is over almost 20. I ain't good at math. It's 20 years ago. And November 3rd, it says Laura Govan. Now, let me pull it up on my stream so y'all can see it in real time. Because that's Laura Govan's tea for real. No, let me go back to it. Yep, here we go. And this is 97.9 The Box. Laura Govan, sister of Gloria Govan, who was on Basketball Wives at that time. Oh, Britt Eady and her husband being gay? We could talk about Britt Eady and her husband being gay. Is there anything that's directly come out about her husband being gay? He just seems uninterested in her, but he doesn't seem as gay as he does, annoyed and uninterested. He just looks like if he was like, baby, you ready to leave? He would like kind of already have his shoes on. Okay. Laura Govan has finally broken her silence about the alleged affair with Shaquille O'Neal. If you remember a few months ago in the news broke that Laura Govan and Shaquille O'Neal were having an affair after their private emails between the two surfaced. At the time, Laura was engaged to Gilbert Arenas, T of the Washington Wizards, and Shaq was still married to Shawnee. Oh, that's T. That's T. So I did not know that they were both, ooh. And this is what she said about it in 2010. I did not want to do it because I've never asked to be in the public eye. I'm educated. I want to make sure that my children have a role model in sense of whatever that means to me. I want them to see that mommy is doing things. Blah, blah. And it says, we found out who actually made up the fake emails. Both parties know that that's true. I don't believe that for a hot minute. You know why I don't believe that for a hot minute? Because I remember when they got divorced, because in the beginning of Basketball Wives, Shaq and Shawnee was still together. Then these emails came out around 2010. They got leaked because the sister of the sister was on the show, and it was giving It was given like Kim Kardashian, Black China. You're supposed to be my friend. What is your sister doing with my man? Then they got Gloria Govan off the show after that. And then Shawnee and Shaq divorced. And now we have Pastor Keon. So it was tea even then. It was tea even then. And I remember in real time, and y'all cannot pee on me and tell me it's raining. Okay? Because I remember the storm. Okay? So this is crazy. Okay, so you guys going to meet me back here. We're going to be going live a lot. We're going to be going live on all the platforms, as many as we can. We're going to be talking like this. We'll do a full Real Housewife breakdown. It's about to be Sunday. Let's do it Monday. And I'll meet y'all here Monday. Y'all clock on. And then let's talk about Real Housewives in real time right after the show. Because I got some things to say about how I feel about Portia and Dennis. Portia is still in love with Dennis. Dennis is annoyed by Portia. Because y'all remember, Dennis is from Detroit. And one thing I know is I know how to deal with a Detroit man. I have a Detroit man. Okay. And so to see how like they kind of don't like all that, like on me like that, you know, that all that stuff to get you gone from a Detroit man. That'll get you gone. And she be, you know, and I do think him and Drew, I don't know. Do y'all think that him and Drew have a thing? Do y'all think that? Because that brother-sister relationship, it could grow into something else. And Drew wouldn't be wrong. She wouldn't be wrong. You've already stopped being my friend. You're acting like you don't fool with me. Oh, okay, now we'll take your man. Sure. Well, now he's our man because you was being mean. He said that had that episode on Basketball Wives was in Shawnee's book. Yes. Okay, y'all. Y'all not about to start talking about me about Real Housewives. I'll meet y'all here for another Real Housewives live on Monday. We're going to be going live. Let's make a pact. I don't know if I can go live every day. I can't promise you that. But I'm going to try to go live. No, I'm going to try to go live every day. But I can promise you Mondays and Fridays. The top of the week, the end of the week. I'm here Thursday, but okay, so Mondays and Thursdays. Okay, let's do Mondays and Thursdays. Right now, let's try to keep up Mondays because Fridays I might be out of town. Let's try to keep up live on Mondays and Thursdays. I don't know what time. Y'all gonna have to take me as I am. I don't know what time, but I'm gonna be here Mondays and Thursdays. All right, I love y'all. We're getting off the live. I love y'all so much. I got to find a tagline. Well, I want y'all to keep everything shaking and come back and shake with me on Mondays and Thursdays. We're going to be live, y'all. And check me out and write me in my comments. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about. Like Krissy, when you go live, talk about this. Make sure you watch my TikTok videos. Make sure you watch me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Snapchat. My name is a little weird on there. I'll post it on my platforms. Go check it out. But follow me on all the platforms. I'm always Everybody Hate Krissy. I'm out. Shaking. Bye.